All right, the keepers. I've been waiting a few months for this. In fact, this has been holding me up from showing my Hall of Fame collections for my graded rookie cards. So we'll start off with Barry Sanders. So I'm going to be showing my collections fairly soon for what I have so far graded for my Hall of Fame collections, and that's all sports, all four major sports. Barry Sanders, Oscar Mayer in a 96 out of 100 SGC. And I've got a yellowed, beat up copy of this that I had since I was a kid, but I wanted a graded copy of it. And mine isn't worthy. And I just didn't want to go through the whole spiel of trying to grade 80s cards with SGC because it's a crapshoot. So 96 out of 100 for $35 was a no-brainer. Couldn't ring it up quick enough. I just wanted to, I just had to choose which one I wanted. The guy's got like 5 or 6 of them up there right now on COMC. So that's a really good deal. I've seen those sell. I want to say these sell as high as $100 in that grade. So don't hesitate to grab one of that man's Barry Sanders cards. I'm going to do a little collection on Albert Bell. I almost called him Joey. I want all his minor league cards and pre-rookie cards and everything from 89 as well. And I'm going to start collecting them like he's a Hall of Famer because I believe he is. So here's another keeper, and you might be saying, why? Well, if you look closely, number 32 is Tim Raines. Tim Raines wore number 32 that year. And I don't know if I can make it. That's Tim Raines. So this is obviously predates his rookie card by 1 full year, but Tim Raines is on this team card with the Expos. And he was on the team that year. You can look it up right now. He wore number 32 that season, and then he changed to his I can't remember if it was number 9, but his normal jersey after that. Didn't have a Leland Tiffany. So now I do for $1.82. And I think it's a 10 candidate, I think. Well, at first glance, we'll see how the surface and everything looks. For modern stuff, I like the parallel rookies, but for $2, I'm not passing up Yordan Alvarez Gold Star. I don't care how common they are. That's just a ridiculously cheap card. Yeah, not gradable, but $2. Jackson Holiday, crackle something or other thingy, mabob. I don't know what they call these ones, but they look like some Bowman cards that I recall. But see, you know what? I'll explain it on one of the Chourios. But for $4, I wasn't going to pass that up on COMC. Ozzy Albies for $4 and change. Rainbow foil. I have 2 or 3 of these now, but I'm not passing one up for $4. And I started doing a side PC on Jackson Chourio. Now, I don't agree with people spending a ton of money on ultra modern, and I'm in the vintage boat in that category. However, I do still invest in newer guys. And if you want a card that's numbered of the newer guys, you want something that's numbered to 100 or less. And that's what I have in this situation. Now, I had to pay over $200 for this. It was money from Christmas presents, but you got to pay up for the ones under 100 and invest in the guys that you believe in. And that's where the money will be at in the future, is the parallels. But you got to get the ones under 100. The other ones are going to be kind of a dime a dozen with Fanatics taking over. And they're gonna water it down. But the ones under 100 will hold their value. That'll be the ones that everybody's clamoring for once all these guys are making for the Hall of Fame. So we won't be caring about their base cards. But I wanted to show you something. This is not a good example either. But the centering on these, this is the purple out of $7.99. So I got a little rainbow going to him. And I have the, just bought a couple more real cheap on COMC that I haven't had sent yet. The royal blue and the yellow Walgreens, I think it was. Rainbow foil for like $5. And this one was like $8. So I'm like, okay, this is the Fanatics exclusive Aqua. This is probably a better one to show the centering. So don't get people. You're gonna have to watch out on the centering on these. I'm gonna warn you. So these are the first time I've had 2024s in hand, but the centering is extremely deceiving. The neon light lingers to the left, so it's hovering over the left border, but that green border, aqua border, is equal on both sides. This is not an off-centered card. That neon light makes it appear to be. So it's kind of like 87 tops, where the white stripe is on the right side, but it is not on the left. And people think they always have centered 87 tops cards, but they're not. That's tricky. So I wanted to see some copies of 10s to see what how PSA is treating those before I send out my Chourio run. But I've been on a tear with my little cheapy team cards too. So I'm trying to get the team cards of the 70s guys, 80s, 60s guys, where they're in the Hall of Fame, right? The same year as the Hall of Fame, but they're on the team card too. So Schmidt's in this. I just don't recall where he is. But this is an O-Pee-Chee. Schmidt's on there 100%. I just can't recall. Mike Schmidt, O-Pee-Chee, 73. So this will go great with my Schmidt O-Pee-Chee rookie. But I'll probably have it slabbed up. It ain't going to be no more than maybe not. Maybe I'll probably try to find a nicer copy, but that'll hold me over for a while. And then I got 2 of the Goose Gossage. Goose is on there somewhere. I don't recall where, but these are really nice. But I think the Schmidt was $8, and these are $1.50, $2 a piece for the O-Pee-Chee White Sox. Not bad, but that's notoriously tough because of the black backs. Finally found a Willie Randolph traded rookie that I thought would be worthy of an 8 grade. So I finally picked one up. It's a little maybe soft in that upper corner, but I think this falls within the parameter of PSA 8 all day long. So that's all I'm hoping for on 70s cards. If it's anything more than an 8, then amen. Little miscut on the back. I don't know how they'll treat that, but I'll probably find out the hard way on that one. We'll see. Moses Malone, rookie year, a leader card. It's just too sharp and centered to pass up for $2.27 or whatever it was. So I'll probably wait for a special on that one, but that'll go in the PC. I don't have Moses's rookie card yet, though. I just haven't found an 8 yet that is affordable enough. I'm trying to get a PSA 8 to that card. Zetterberg SPX rookie. I'm expecting to make the haul, especially since Datsu just recently did, pardon me, out of 1250. Really clean copy. Got a dual swatch there. Nice bold signature. I think there's a slight nick on the in the red up there, but it could sneak a 10 either way. I think I got a 9, and this will be the copy that I've wanted. I've wanted an autograph rookie of his forever, so I always wanted to get the Pacific exclusives, but they're so prone to chipping that I didn't want to pay for a graded one, and I didn't want to try to grade one. But then I saw how clean that SPX was, and I'm like, $80, a little more than I wanted to spend, but I'm going to help out the seller, give him what he wants, and I'm going to get the card I want. So it's a nice copy. I think it'll grade the way I want it to. And even if it doesn't, it looks so clean, I don't care. And you'll see that in some cases with my PC stuff when I start showing it. Scott Stevens, O-Pee-Chee rookie. I think it falls within the parameter of PSA 9, so I finally bought a raw copy. We'll see how it goes, but I've been eyeing graded copies of that card forever, just because you just don't see them. You just don't see them centered enough to get a 9. And I like my 80s cards in 9s. Then, I know number's just a number, but you'll see I have a couple of hockey cards where I sacrificed the 9 because the card is a 9 in an 8 case. You'll see it plain as day. It's buy the card, not the grade, and full effect. So, may as well show them both. But I got two Pat Summerall, so I just always wanted a Pat Summerall rookie. So I saw a seller had 2. They were both really nice. I see one's a little whiter than the other, maybe. So I think one's going to grade a little higher than the other, but they're so sharp. And for the ghastly centering on the 50s cards, this is pretty decent. And I think these are at least 6s. I think it might be a 6 and a 7. And but see, these are 50s cards. You get them back in a 6, and it's a win. I mean, it's just a win. I don't, you newer collectors, you got to figure that out. I'm not talking to anybody on this video, I'm sure, but those newer collectors, they need to start putting that 2 and 2 together. Not everything in this world is pristine. And not everything in this world needs to be valuable. Getting in more PC cards here. Got a Vladimir Guerrero. This is the 3D. Man, they look foggy. I mean, this is a card that looks kind of foggy to begin with. But being in the BVG slab or BGS slab makes it even foggier. I do like the protection of the sleeve. And I actually do like how PSA has adopted that. But these are out of 500 and some total copies. I think it was an on-demand. Yeah, an on-demand set. And they're not serial numbered. But a 9.5. And this card raw is $50. And it's got 3 9.5s on it, and it's a pretty low numbered parallel of his rookie. So for $50 some, I think it was $52. I could not buy it quick enough. I guess I'll just do, this is a huge card, but I guess I'll just do the BGS slabs first. Finally got my Lemieux. I bought a Topps Lemieux a while back, and it was bent, so I had to send it back. But I finally got an O-Pee-Chee. Actually, I've had an O-Pee-Chee Lemieux. And I just had it graded this year, and it came back at 6.5. Or in 23, I had it graded. Pardon me, and it's for sale right now. But I wanted an upgrade, and I found an 8 that looks like a 9, and I cannot believe how nice this card is. I cannot believe it. And I offered him 600, and I was, as soon as it popped up, I offered him 600, 50 less than what they were asking, and I don't usually do that because I'm a buy it now guy, and I don't know what possessed me to do that, but I was blessed enough that they accepted, and somebody else didn't buy it first. So this is just an insane copy. I think I might have to crack this. You know what? I don't even know if I'll crack it. I think I'll just send it right to PSA and have them review it. I think this is a PSA 9. Now, to put this in perspective, the two greatest players arguably of all time are Lemieux and Gretzky. Points per game does it without a shadow of a doubt. If you're going by points per game, it's those two. And then I think McDavid might be number 3 right now, actually, which is bonkers. But I think Mike Bossy's up there too. So to put this in perspective, this I paid $600 for. A Wayne Gretzky O-Pee-Chee 8 is $17,000. It's crazy. So the way I see it, people, I think you need to give Mario Lemieux another look. I mean, he's also got one of the coolest names in the history of sports. Give Mario Lemieux another look while those prices are the way they are. Look at that disparage in prices. It's bonkers to me. Well, I finally got an O-Pee-Chee that I thought was affordable enough and centered enough for my taste. Now, I've been examining 9s, PSA 9s constantly for years. And they're always $300 or more. And I just never saw one that I wanted to pay that much for. And then this looks exactly like all they do. OC top to bottom, maybe slightly diamond cut. But to me, this is a 9 all day long. I will never need another Tony Gwynn. I might try to crack it out, but I don't know. I like it the way it is. And it was $100, not $300. So, looks, compared to this card to any PSA 9, it's going to beat some 9s. So, now here's a card that I had graded. Here's I feel like it's undergraded, a full grade at least. But I've been wanting to Gritch for my Hall of Famers to be PC. It's got some chipping, but it's decent centering, not too bad. It was the copy I needed to have, but this is the O-Pee-Chee. As soon as I saw it, I couldn't buy it quick enough. I don't think it was anything more than around $18, and I couldn't buy it quick enough. Like I said, I think they cut these upside down. Maybe not. But got my Gritch, waiting for him to make the haul, and I will not need another copy, because to me, if I sent this to SGC, it's arguably an 8. I actually regret all of the 71s I've sent to PSA because they're grading them so strictly right now. O-Pee-Chees too. I don't know what they're. Oh no, you know what? I'm wrong on the O-Pee-Chee. Pardon me. But the The 71s, they if I would have sent my Ted Simmons to SGC, I'm pretty sure it would have been a 7. So now this is a sneaky play here. I bought this card on SGC, and it was in an old slab with a new number. Had no it had no hologram. So what I did is I bought it, and I don't have a Perez yet, so I needed a Perez and a 7. And this one fit the bill 100%, exactly what I was looking for. And it's an old slab, but they're not all nasty. Not all the old slabs are bad. A little bit of toning on the back, a little bit of off coloring, but extremely sharp. So what I did is I had it re-slabbed for $15 through COMC while I still had it at COMC. So I didn't have it sent home. And I've been waiting for a few months for that to go through. That's why I haven't been able to show. And then a couple other cars I'm going to show right here I was waiting on as well to be graded to have the order sent back, so I could finally show my Hall of Fame PC. But this is a huge victory. So I bought this raw on COMC and sent it out immediately within 2 minutes to PSA because I needed to get a Cobra. Finally found one that I liked enough to buy that I thought would be an 8. And I found one that was an 8. So I have another one that I'm grading that looks almost exactly like this, except not the touch in the corner and not as much dots. So I'm hoping that one will be an 8 as well. But I'll have another Parker here really soon if anybody needs one. But this card shot up, as Greg was saying, basically doubled overnight. So I've seen copies of this in an 8 have sold for as much as $400. I bought this for $18. You know, I think I was $37 all in with grading. So thank you, Jesus. That is a huge blessing. Huge blessing. Because that saved me a lot of money. And with the FOMO right now, with Parker, I'd be falling victim because I'd want one. You know, I'd be trying to overpay for one. So I think that card will mellow out in price some. But you know, I hate to say it, but we've come to the point in time that when a Hall of Famer passes away, his cards oftentimes will double if they're the lower end guys. Like Pete Rose, they didn't double. But some of the guys that aren't the mega superstars like Nolan Ryan, stuff like that, oftentimes you'll see their cards will double overnight for a while. And they mellow out some, but they don't go all the way back. Just trying to sell this raw for a couple of years. Nobody wanted it, and I knew it was a 10. So I have eight copies of this card. I think I have 6 left for 5 left, and they were all 10s but one. But I think I have 4 or 5 SGC 10s, and then the PSA 10. I'm gonna keep the 10, and I'm gonna sell all the SGC 10s. Bought this one just because I liked him when he won his first batting title. Then he won 2 more in a row, so I needed a card of his under 99, and I didn't have one. So this one was around 125, and I bought it. And then after that, his cards just started going up. And I don't think you're going to find one for 125 now. That's a speculation. That's a gamble. He's got low WAR, and you know, we'll see what happens. But if he gets 3,000 hits, then you know he's in the Hall. And I just never had a Maddox that I thought was worth grading in the glossy, and I found a copy that looks like a 10. Couldn't find a single thing wrong with it. Might be a little touch in the bottom there. Yep. All right. So minor chipping, but I might upgrade to a 10 one day if there's so many of these out there that if they get cheap enough, I'll buy a 10 one of these days. But 80s cards at a 9, that's all I need. And then this, I don't understand. I don't. So maybe overgraded, but this is a notoriously off-centered set. But these are both the glossy. I didn't have either one, and I certainly didn't have either one graded. But these are early slabs, and they're graded obviously very close to the same time. but the Alomar and the Biggio. I got these both for $28, $28 or $29. I don't recall. So one was like 13 or 14. The other one was 14 or 15. And I couldn't believe it. So, and I thought they might be mislabeled, but as you can see, they're not. They're glossy. So, picking up some 80s parallels. Love it. That's about the only thing I want from the 80s anymore. And then this was like $8 or something. I was like, what? I don't care if it's got a crack slab or not. It's a 96 mint Tiffany Larry Walker. I had to rub my eyeballs. I couldn't believe the price. But somebody's sick of this card, I guess. So, but I could have bought one raw a while back for $25 and then gone through the process of grading it and been a $40 venture. But you know, it might have been more like $12.50 or something, but it was under $15. This is just a card I had on my watch list forever, and I need a camo, pink or black of the regular Manny Machado from the set. But for now, I bought 3 boxes of this, hoping I'd pull this exact card. But I think they put it on sale, and I bought it for around $130. So this is numbered out of 62, though. This is the mini gold Manny Machado. He's one of my favorite players. And the number 1 or 2 card on my want list for Modern is the camo from Topps that year out of 99. I'd settle for the black or the pink, but I want the camo, honestly. And then I'm going to show, this is another, this is just a cool one. So this is a card I bought raw on COMC and immediately sent it to SGC. And this one actually came back a little late, but this is the Worldwide Gum Jimmy Foxx. And I was hoping for a 3 or a 4, but it came back a 2. Had a crease I didn't see, but it's not a very invasive one. And as you can see, it's going to have the bilingual. Got the French. Really, really nice copy, though. A couple of creases. Got a wrinkle in the back, got a crease, but however, being that I have this is expendable. So if anybody wants this card, I would be willing to, I might just sell it immediately. I don't know yet. It's a card I've always wanted. And then, you know, after doing research, you find out that he's got earlier stuff. So to me, this is a rookie. This is arguably a rookie in a lot of people's minds, but I have the 27. So the Worldwide Gum, I'm like, I have it in hand now and I like it at the same time. It's a card I've always wanted. I mean, I've always wanted the Gaudy, but then I see a Worldwide Gum sitting there. I'm like, what? And at the price it was at, it was, is another one where I just had to rub my eyes. I'm like, am I seeing this correctly? But it's just a blessing. It was just a huge blessing. I couldn't even believe it. So thank you, Lord, on that one. It's available. I don't know if anybody needs to have that card, but reach out to me if you do. I can email you scans or text you scans, whatever you need. And I'd be open to selling that offline if anybody has to have it. But this is the capper for me. That one arguably was, but this is the one that I saw, and I got this for $325. This is one of my favorite players of all time. One of the guys I've always wanted a rookie of, and there it is. So Benton, Andrew Reese. I wonder if he's related to my buddy. But you got Bill Terry on there too. But you got Mel Ott. 1920-1930 exhibits 4-1. New York Giants in a 2. This came up and man, I had to have it. This is on COMC. Now I'll tell you right now, a little secret. There's 231 Mel Otts on there right now, both graded. I think the prices are. I'll tell you what. I might pull my trigger on the 31 and the 3 real soon, just because I like the price. And it's 2 years before the Gaudy as well. So as you can see, it's the postcard back exhibit. You know, it's been well handled. You pull some fingerprints off of that thing, but it's a huge card for me. I never thought to myself that I'd own a Mel Ott rookie. I remember reading the little brown covered books in my elementary school in 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, and just being fascinated. And you know, at that point, you're thinking, you know, when you finally get your first Beckett or whatever, you're thinking that the Gaudy is the card you want, which I do want that card as well. That's an epic card, but I like this one. And he's got another card from right around the same era that I wouldn't mind adding as well. I think was it Exhibits or something, but that thing's just astronomically priced. So it's like you got to find a collection or something, or I don't even know. I don't know how stuff like that happens, but I just feel very blessed with this order. And this allows me to show my my Hall of Fame graded rookie PC in full now. So I'll be doing that sometime within the next month, I think. And I got some orders going on to PSA and SGC and some hectic stuff, but I'll try to get to that. But thank you, Lord, for this blessing and all these cards. And God bless you all for watching, and bless your souls for sitting through my long videos. But I appreciate it. I really do. I highly do. I appreciate you all. Appreciate all the subs. And, I try to show support back as much as I can. If I'm ever slacking, I truly apologize. But God bless you all. God bless your collections and your families, your lives, and take care.